Part 139. Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanba. Chapter 1381. There is a long jade staircase under the main hall, which is numbered according to the number of stars, totaling 99 steps. Because of the special terrain of Yama Hall, the jade steps look very wide but extremely steep. There is a rainbow light emerging from below, extending upward, leading directly to the main hall. The main hall is composed of 160 Nanmu trees, with golden glazed tiles on the roof, towering golden osmanthus trees on both sides, and delicately carved white marble railings. It is as magnificent as an ancient palace. If it weren't for the dark surroundings and lonely ghosts, this place would look like a fairyland. We walked up the steps towards the main hall. After walking through the 99 jade steps, we arrived at the main hall of the Yama Palace. Chenshi in the main hall is no different from the ancient Yamen, but it is larger than the ancient Yamen. In the main hall, the light was very dim, and only the outline of the building inside the hall could be seen. There was a huge table directly in front. At this moment, a cold light suddenly appeared, illuminating the entire hall. I looked around and found that there was no ghost in the hall. Logically speaking, there should be ghosts guarding the hall of hell, but now I couldn't see a single ghost. Suddenly, two huge figures appeared on the stone table in front of the hall. One of them has a fair face, wears a crown on his head, sachets hanging from both sides to protect his ears, wears a long robe with ruffled lapels and wide sleeves, boots on both feet, holding a what in front of his chest with both hands, sitting upright. The other person has an erect eyebrow and an open mouth, a battle helmet on his head, wearing lead armor, a girdle around his waist, leather boots, and his hands clasped in front of his chest. The two people exuded a frightening yin energy, giving people an invisible sense of oppression. The one with the fair face should be King Yama, and the other one is King Bian Cheng. Both are half gods and half ghosts. They are in charge of countless underworld soldiers and are worthy of the name of emperors of the underworld. Xiang Yi stepped forward and said respectfully to the two of them, "I have seen two Yamas." King Yama and King Bian Cheng nodded, then put their eyes on me, looked back and forth, and after a while, they said, "Lu Su, we finally meet." I nodded and said, "I have met two Yamas." King Yama and King Bian Cheng waved their hands repeatedly and said, "There is no need to be polite between you and me." After a brief exchange of greetings, we got down to business. King Yama said to me, "I think you knew everything before you came. There are now 18 levels of hell, 4 of which have been broken. Countless lonely souls and wild ghosts are entrenched in the sea of underworld. The general has ordered thousands of corpses to break the barrier between the underworld and the human world. This matter was originally an internal matter of my underworld, and you, an outsider, should not be allowed to interfere. However, there are too many things involved in this, and one move can affect the whole body. If we take action directly, it will cause even greater trouble." King Bian Cheng echoed on the side, "That's right, so this matter can only be done by you." I nodded and said, "I have enmity with that general. If he doesn't die, I will die, so I will eliminate him." King Yama and King Bian Cheng nodded and said in unison, "Without further delay, you can set off for the Sea of Hell now, and we will give you some help." I'm not talking about anything. I can't completely trust King Yama and King Bian Cheng. In the final analysis, this matter still needs to depend on me. Leaving the Yama Hall, Xiang Yi led me to a huge river. Xiang Yi said, "If we want to go to the underworld sea, we can only take the water route. A ship will pick us up later." Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanba. Chapter 1382. Looking at the wide Styx River in front of me, my heart slowly sank. Before heading to the underworld, I have one more thing to do. I looked at Xiang Yi and said, "I don't trust them." "Who?" Xiang Yi was stunned and asked, "Who don't you trust?" I said slowly, 10 Palaces of Yama. Xiang Yi's expression changed slightly and he continued to ask, why? I shook my head and said solemnly, I don't know, but this feeling is very strong, very strong. Although King Yama and King Biancheng have promised to help me, but, for some reason, I always feel that they with evil intentions. Ever since I came to the underworld, my heart has been hanging and has never fallen. This feeling makes me very uncomfortable, but there is nothing I can do about it. Ming Hai, I have to go. If you don't go, the coffin will be broken by the generals. Once broken, the consequences will be fatal. Xiang Yi opened his mouth, not knowing what to say. I stared at him closely and said word by word, the only person I can trust is you, including Emperor Fengdu. I don't have absolute trust. Now, I am not the novice I used to be, who would not talk about trust easily. In this world, the only people I can trust are my friends who have been with me through life and death. As for the others, I can't completely trust them. I took out the Bamang Tiger talisman from my pocket, handed it to Xiang Yi, and said, I want to leave a way out for myself, and only you can do it. Xiang Yi looked at the tiger charm in my hand, hesitated for a long time, and did not pick it up. I was slightly startled and asked, what's wrong? Xiang Yi smiled and said, you think too highly of me. I'm just a ghost. Although I've lived for thousands of years, I just eat and wait for death every day. I'm afraid. I know what Xiang Yi is thinking. He is afraid that he cannot compete with Yama. I thrust the Bamang Tiger talisman into Xiang Yi's hand and said, it's okay. You don't believe in yourself, but I do. Whether I can survive or not depends on you. Xiang Yi took the tiger talisman and his eyes became very complicated. I noticed this small mood swing, but I didn't take it to heart. I don't believe Xiang Yi would betray me. After all, he and I have a lifelong friendship. I looked at Hua Xiu and Lu Hangxuan and said, wait, you two don't go with me. The two women were slightly startled and asked in confusion, why? I replied, the Sea of Hell is extremely dangerous, so we must move separately so that we can have someone to take care of us. If I encounter any danger, you can hide in the dark and help me in an emergency. Hua Xiu and Lu Hangxuan nodded, knowing the priority of the matter. The reason why I decided to take Miao Fengluan and Enba with me is because Miao Fengluan's ability is of great use to me. As for Enba, she is one of the 4 ancestors of zombies, so she naturally knows how to deal with drought BA. After I explained this, I didn't feel any less anxious in my heart. On the contrary, I became even more uneasy. Not long after, on the wide Styx River, a huge ancient warship slowly came from the darkness. This warship is the same as the one I saw last time on Penglay Island. A familiar figure stood on the deck, it was Mu Cheng. The warship stopped in front of me. Mu Cheng waved to me and shouted, Lu Su. Long time no see. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1383. I smiled and said, long time no see. Then we got on the warship. Mu Qing looked me up and down and said, okay. Lu Su. I haven't seen him for so long, he's so handsome again. Where is Master Tianxian? Mu Qing looked around, searching for Su Tianxian. I replied, my master has something to do and didn't come. Not everyone knows about Su Tianxuan's inheritance, and Mu Qing has been staying in the underworld, so naturally he doesn't know either. Mu Qing covered her mouth and smiled sweetly, are you still calling me master? Is it time to change your name to wife? Hua Xiu was also cheering on the side and said, brother. When Sister Tianxian comes back, you will propose to her. In my heart, I have long regarded Sister Tianxian as my sister-in-law. You will have a baby by then. You go, let's live a world of two with Sister Tianqian, and I'll take care of the child. I looked at Huaxiu suspiciously and said, just you? The child is in your hands and you are not allowed to spoil it. Me? What's wrong with me? I'm a princess, okay. I know a lot of things. I rolled my eyes and ignored Huaxiu. She is indeed a princess, but, after coming to modern times, she turned into an internet-addicted girl, and she breathed fragrance from time to time. We chatted for a while the warship sailed slowly along the river. The Styx River has 9 twists and turns, and the water is inky black. From time to time, ghosts poke their heads out of the water, wailing in pain. The river Styx in the underworld is very wide, very long, and seems to have no edge. In the river Styx, there are countless lonely ghosts drowning in the water. They cannot get to the shore and can only bear the erosion of the water of the river Styx. This is tantamount to a kind of torture. To the lonely ghost, the water of the Styx is like sharp knives, washing over the body like a knife cutting. Mu Qing came to my side and said with a serious look, Lu Su, it's not that easy to go to the Sea of Hell. I asked, why do you say that? Mu Qing's beautiful eyes were fixed on the dark river Styx, and she said, I wonder if you have ever heard of Ancestor Styx. Ancestor Styx? I frowned, few people knew this title. In the underworld, there are not only the 10 points of Yama, but also the 5 ghost emperors and a god who has the same status as Emperor Fendu. Over there is the ancestor of Styx. The origin of the ancestor Styx is very mysterious. According to legend, he was an innate god born from the sea of blood that was transformed from the filth below the navel after the fall of Pangu after the creation of the world. When he was born, he had the innate killing spirit treasures UN2 sword and ABI sword. There is also a 12th grade black lotus accompanying him, and he is one of the most powerful ones. According to legend, Patriarch Styx and Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva are mortal enemies, one is the main killer and the other is the main saver. I nodded and replied, I know. Mu Qing looked into the distance, let out a long sigh, and said, we will pass through the territory of Ancestor Styx. As for whether he will embarrass you, I don't know. If so, then you will have to find a way to escape. The strength of Patriarch Styx is indeed terrifying. If he, like the gods, is sealed in the tomb of the gods, then he is naturally not fearful and still has the strength to fight. At this time, I had a big doubt in my heart, and I asked Mu Qing, since we are going to the Minghi Sea and have to pass through the territory of the Minghi ancestor, then, how did the generals get there? Mu Qing shook her head and said that she didn't know either, but she guessed that the general and ancestor Minghi must have reached some kind of agreement, and ancestor Minghi allowed the general to pass. I sighed slightly, this is really a wave of ups and downs. The 10 palaces of Yama have given me a headache, and now another Styx ancestor has appeared. How rugged is the road ahead? Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1384. The warship sailed slowly on the river Styx, and from time to time, the sound of evil spirits crying and howling could be heard in the airs, which made people feel panicked. I stood on the deck, looking at the thick darkness in front of me, and my heart was extremely heavy. At this moment, Huaxiu came to my side. Elder brother. Huaxiu called softly. I turned around and asked in confusion, what's wrong? Huaxiu opened his mouth, hesitated for a while, and said, brother, I feel, he will come. I was slightly startled and asked, who will come? Huaxiu slowly spit out 3 words. Huo Qubing. I was greatly confused and asked, how did you know? Huaxiu lowered his eyes and replied in a low voice, I have a hunch, he is coming. I pondered for a moment and asked, are you an enemy or a friend? Huaxiu shook his head and replied, I don't know, he may stand on the opposite side of us. He told me before that there is not much time left for you and him, and we must end it as soon as possible. Time is running out. Do you want to end it as soon as possible? It seems that it should be related to the coffin of heaven. Ancient, who is the sixth evil star. The latter three evil stars are the strongest existence among the 9 evil stars, and Huokyubing is one of the latter 3 evil stars, Pajun star. The remaining 2 evil spirits are the 7 killing star and the greedy star. Now the greedy star has appeared. It is the fox demon Sudaji. Jusha's return to the palace is coming to an end. I don't understand why the coffin is still broken after Jusha returns to the palace. In fact, the real threat is not the 9 evils, but the things that are suppressed at each level in the sky coffin. Once the sky coffin is broken, those things will escape and it will be very troublesome. I vaguely feel that the sky coffin is very important to me and is an indispensable part of my 1000-year plan and the reincarnation of the world. I stretched out my hand and rubbed my swollen head. These days, I have had headaches from time to time, and at the same time, some memory images flashed through my mind. These memory scenes are so fragmented that they cannot be combined into a complete memory, which makes me very confused. I sighed slightly, looked at Hwashiu, and said, "The soldiers will block the water and the soil will cover them up. If he really wants to be my enemy, I have no choice." Hwashiu was startled and lowered his eyes. He didn't know what he was thinking. After a while, Hwashiu suddenly raised his head and smiled at me. "Brother, my sister will protect you. Even if I die. I have no regrets." I reached out my hand and rubbed Hwashiu's head lovingly, and Hwashiu rubbed her head against my palm. This action is exclusive to Hwashiu and I. Perhaps this is how I did it to her 1000 years ago. Silly girl, how can a sister protect her brother? Isn't it the case that the elder brother protects the younger sister? Don't worry, my elder brother will not let anything happen to you, nor will anything happen to you, nor will anything happen to anyone else. Hwashiu looked at me with some distress and said, "But brother, can you carry such a heavy burden alone? Can you bear it?" I don't know, but as my memory gradually came back to me, I felt like there was a big mountain pressing on my shoulders, making me breathless. Even if the burden on my shoulders is heavy, I have to carry it forward because I don't want to lose anyone. Don't worry, brother can handle it. Hwashiu didn't say anything. At this moment, Cai Dai, who was lying on the guardrail, pointed not far away and shouted, "Lusu! Look! Is that a paper boat? Sky coffin." Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1385. I looked in the direction pointed by Cai Dai and saw a paper boat moving slowly along the huge river Styx. The current of the river Styx was turbulent, and the paper boat seemed to be shaking all night, as if it could be overturned at any time. Muqing's face changed drastically when she saw the paper boat. She said in a serious tone, "That's the messenger from the ancestor Styx. He's here to pick someone up. Still can't escape?" Soon, the paper boat arrived in front of the warship. On the paper boat, stood a pair of golden boys and girls tied with paper. The boy and girl folded their hands on their chests, their expressions numb and their eyes ashen. Among them, the boy tied with paper slowly raised his head and looked at me and said, "Lusu, my ancestor has invited me." I was slightly startled. I didn't expect that he was actually looking for me. I asked coldly, "What if I don't go?" The paper boy replied in a numb tone, "If you don't go, you can't leave the Styx." Muqing hurriedly came to my side and whispered, "Lusu, why don't we go? If Ancestor Ming he wants to, we can't leave here at all. After all, this Ming he is the ancestor's territory." Muqing is right, the entire Styx River is the ancestor's territory, and this ancestor is very powerful. As long as he wants, we can't leave. I took a deep breath and said to everyone, "You guys wait here, I'll be right back." Huashiu and Lu Hangxuan were the first to express their opposition. Brother, you can't go. This river Styx is extremely dangerous. What should we do if something happens to you? That's right. Lu Su, if you want to go, we should go together. We can't just watch something happen to you. Miao Fengluan also stepped forward to persuade, Lu Su, otherwise we should go together. At this moment, the boy spoke again. Ancestor ordered that only Lu Su can go there alone. I looked at everyone and said, don't worry, I'll be fine. If Ancestor Styx really wanted to do something to me, he wouldn't have sent these two paper men here. Everyone was silent, but with my constant persistence, everyone agreed. Just when I was about to use Nine Eyes' heavenly domain to transfer to the boat, Miao Fengluan quickly took action to stop me. Lu Su, you must pay attention to safety, but you must not get into trouble. I smiled and said, don't worry. I cast Nine Eyes' heavenly domain and disappeared. When I reappeared, I was already on the paper boat. I looked back and saw Miao Fengluan, Huashiu, Lu Hangxuan, Nu Ba, they were standing on the deck looking at me with worried eyes. I waved to everyone and said, wait for me. As soon as he finished speaking, the paper boat slowly turned around and headed forward. I sat on the edge of the boat with a very serious look on my face. I didn't know what the ancestor of Styx wanted to do with me, but the fact that he didn't directly attack him meant that he didn't want to hurt me and was only looking for me for something. In fact, I don't care about my own safety. What I really care about is Huashiu and the others. What should I do if they are in danger after I leave? However, after thinking about it, with the strength of Huashiu and the others, they shouldn't get into trouble easily. The paper boat traveled on the river Styx for an unknown amount of time before it suddenly stopped. I looked around and asked, where is your ancestor? As soon as he finished speaking, the water in the Styx river not far away was churning like boiling water, and then a huge black coffin emerged from the Styx river. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1386. The coffin seemed to have no gravity, floating on the water. The coffin exudes a thick black mist and a suffocating yin qi. I frowned. Could it be that the person trapped in this coffin is the ancestor Styx? Just when I was wondering, an old and majestic voice sounded in my ears. Lu Su, you are finally here. Yes, it seems that the Styx ancestor and I know each other, but I am not sure whether we are friends or foes, so I have to find out. Just when I wanted to speak, I had a splitting headache. I squatted down and stretched out my hands to cover my head, and a memory flashed before my eyes. After the memory flashed through, I was shocked. I stared blankly at the coffin floating on the water in front of me. This coffin was built by me, and the Styx ancestor inside was sealed by me myself. As for why I sealed it, it's because he is too dangerous. Elder Styx is an immortal being. He can only be sealed but cannot be destroyed. As long as the water of Styx is still there, he will not perish. Moreover, sealing Elder Styx is also part of my plan. I took a deep breath, looked at the black coffin, and asked, who are you? How do you know my name? Ancestor Styx was silent, and after a while, the old and majestic voice sounded again. You don't remember me? I pretended to be dumbfounded and replied, do we know each other? Then, Ancestor Styx burst out laughing, and his hearty laughter made me feel scared. We know each other. Of course we know each other. You and I are good friends. Good friend. That's right. Ancestor Ming, he said with great certainty, we have known each other since you were Emperor Zaiwei. However, I was sealed by a gangster. You promised me that you would help me break the seal after 1,000 years. But now, after 1,000 years, the time has come for us to fulfill our commitments. I sneered in my heart. If I hadn't awakened that memory just now, I might have believed what the Styx ancestor said. What more friends? That's nonsense. When I was the great Emperor Xiwei, I sealed it with my own hands. At that time, the ancestor of Styx shouted that he wanted to kill me so that I would never be reincarnated. And the reason why you are saying this now is because you want me to help break the seal. Because the seal I placed can only be opened by myself. Really? Sorry, why don't I remember? Ancestor Styx still smiled heartily and said, of course you don't remember, after all, so long has passed. Luciu, I know what you are going to do, I will also help you. I asked curiously, how can you help me? The ancestor of the Styx said, I am the ancestor of the Styx. I control the entire Styx. The water of the Styx flows into the sea of Styx. As long as you let me out, I will give you the river-suppressing beast. With the river-suppressing divine beast, you can mobilize the water of the nether sea to drown all the ghosts and ghosts. At that time, you can achieve your goal without any effort. Most ancient people were superstitious. In order to quell the anger of the Mother River, ancient kings not only overhauled water conservancy projects, but also put some river-suppressing beasts on the bottom of the Yellow River to suppress flooding. After all, the Styx is a river, and it is normal to have river-suppressing beasts. I don't believe that the ancestor of Styx would give me the river-suppressing divine beast, because he is eager to kill me. But, I can use this opportunity to snatch the river-suppressing divine beast. Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1387. I have some doubts in my heart. These river-suppressing divine beasts are often very huge. How can Ancestor Styx give them to me? How can I remove such a big stone by myself? There are many records about river-suppressing mythical beasts in history. The Book of the King of Shu records, the river was harming the river. Li Bing, the governor of Shu, made 5 stone rhinoceros, 2 in the mansion, 1 under the city bridge, and 2 in the water. It hates, pressing, water essence, so it is called rhinoceros. Moreover, the shape of this river-suppressing beast is that of Baxia, one of the 9 sons of the dragon in ancient legends, also known as Bixia. Ranked 6th among the dragons, it looks like a turtle and is famous for its strength. In ancient times, it was often used as the sacred beast under stone tablets. Just when I was confused, King Di's voice sounded in my ears. Of course you can't take the river-suppressing beast with you, but you can take away the beads in the mouth of the river-suppressing beast. The beads in your mouth? I suddenly realized that the river-suppressing beast would hold water-suppressing beads in its mouth. In a sense, the river-suppressing beast was not very useful. What was really useful was the water-suppressing beads. As long as I can get the water-suppressing beads, I can mobilize the water of the underworld. However, mobilizing the water of the underworld also has a very big drawback, that is, it will plunge the entire underworld into chaos. By then, the water of the underworld will sweep across the entire underworld. He will even rush out of the underworld and go to the human world. However, this shortcoming is not without a solution. Just put the water-suppressing beads into the mouth of the river-suppressing beast when the flood is about to break out. A plan quietly emerged in my mind. This plan is related to my backup plan. However, this backup plan will make me and the enemy die together, and we will escape death. However, having a backup is better than having none. I looked at the black coffin and asked, how can I help you? Ancestor Styx saw that I had taken the trap and said quickly, this is the seal you set. Once you see it, you will naturally find a way to unlock it. I nodded, used 9 Eyes heavenly domain, and disappeared instantly. When he reappeared, he was already on top of the black coffin. I looked at the carved patterns on the black coffin, and I already had a rough idea. At this moment, the voice of Patriarch Styx came again. Actually, if you don't come, I can go out because the seal has been a little loose for too long. I know that Patriarch Styx is threatening me. As long as I dare to play tricks, he will break out of the coffin and eliminate me. But, I won't believe his lies. This seal is indeed somewhat loose, but it is very difficult to break through. I am afraid it will take hundreds of years to break through. Since the seal is loose, I will find a way to strengthen it so that he will be trapped here forever. Thinking of this, I said, I think I know what to do. Ancestor Ming was overjoyed and said quickly, okay. Now that you know what to do, you can quickly help me get out of the coffin. By then, I will definitely offer the river-suppressing beast with both hands. I hesitated and asked, but before I take action, I want to ask you a few questions. You say, the river-suppressing beast shouldn't be in the coffin, right? After all, that thing is so big, how can the coffin fit it in? I have to figure out the specific location of the river-suppressing beast before I can proceed to the next step. You are right. The river-suppressing divine beast is not in the coffin, but in the river Styx directly below the coffin. However, with your current strength, you will definitely die if you enter the river Styx. If you release me, I can suppress the river. Call out the mythical beast. Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1388. Oh, so that's it? I looked at the coffin under me and said, Ancestor, can you get the river-suppressing beast out of the water in advance? Upon hearing this, Patriarch Styx fell into silence for a moment. After a while, his sinister voice rang in my ears. You do not trust me. I smiled and said, this is not a matter of belief or disbelief. That's just me. I have some utilitarian interests. I won't take action until I see the benefits. At this moment, Patriarch Styx doesn't know that I have recovered my memory. In his eyes, I don't know anything, including the grudges between me and him. Besides, Ancestor, it's a bit unreasonable for someone as big as you to be afraid of a young boy like me, isn't it? I deliberately provoked Ancestor Styx, and he fell into the trap. Okay. Since you want to see this river-suppressing beast, then I will let you see it. When I heard this, I felt secretly happy. As soon as the Styx ancestor finished speaking, the water surface of the Styx River began to churn violently, and waves rose up to a height of 7 or 8 meters. Immediately afterwards, a huge stone statue resembling a turtle emerged from the water. Is this the river-suppressing beast? I put my eyes on the beast's mouth and saw a blue bead shouting out of the huge beast's mouth. As long as I can get this water-suppressing bead, I will have the capital to save my life. Okay, I've looked at it. Now is it time to unlock the seal? That's natural. As I said that, I squatted down, bit my finger, and smeared the blood on the black coffin. Immediately afterwards, a magical scene happened. A drop of blood seemed to replicate and spread endlessly on the black coffin. Moreover, the blood seemed to be alive and flowed along the lines on the black coffin. This seal was set by me, and I have a way to break it and a way to suppress it. I didn't proceed to the next step until the blood covered the entire black coffin pattern. I unlocked the abundance of dragon energy from the 3 spiritual veins on my body, and in an instant, I felt endless power spreading within my body. At this time, Ancestor Ming suddenly asked, how could your Taoist skills have improved so much in a short period of time? I replied, of course I have a way to improve my Tao seeing. If you want to unlock the seal, you must improve your Tao seeing. Only if your Tao seeing is deep can I use the pure Zai Wei Qi to help you unlock the seal. Ancestor Styx is very cautious. The slightest movement on my part will arouse his suspicion. However, he also forgot one thing. Even if my memory has not been restored, how can I know how to unlock the seal? For the sake of long nights and many dreams, I started to take action directly. I took a deep breath and mobilized the purple energy in my body. The lavender mist spread from my body and enveloped the entire black coffin. I tried to unlock the seal to create an illusion for ancestor sticks. Sure enough, ancestor sticks couldn't help laughing after feeling that the seal was loose. Sure enough, only you in this world can break this seal. Do it quickly. When the ancestor comes out, I will definitely thank you. I sneered in my heart, thank me? I'm afraid it will kill me. Without leaving any trace, I reached into my pocket and took out the evil suppressing seal. Now that Patriarch Styx has let down his guard, it's time to take action. I threw the evil suppressing seal into the air and muttered something, and the 8-character mantra emerged from the bottom of the seal. 8 golden words linger around the black coffin, and the Supreme Buddha's light shines on the black coffin. What do you want to do? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1389. I sneered, what to do? Of course I will seal you again. As soon as I finished speaking, I activated the dragon energy in my body, and 26 golden dragons condensed in the air. Seeing this situation, Patriarch Minghe shouted angrily, how dare you play tricks on me? No, no, no. It's not that I'm playing tricks on you, it's that you have no brains. When the ancestor of the Styx River saw how humiliated I was, he was instantly furious. He roared angrily, and the entire Styx River water began to churn. The waves were more than 10 meters high. I was surrounded by waves on all sides, as if I was trapped by 4 walls of water. Immediately afterwards, countless ghosts trapped in the Styx emerged from the waves like mushrooms after a rain. Their faces were ferocious, and their bodies were swollen, like a big balloon. The strength of the Styx ancestor is indeed terrifying, and he can actually control the water of the Styx. This situation is tantamount to experiencing a huge tsunami. The waves came towards me, and the evil spirits bared their teeth and claws, making a haunting scream. However, I found that it was calm near the Jinhe divine beast. It seemed that was where I would be waiting for. I squeezed the secret with both hands and shouted loudly. The 26 golden dragons circling around me roared towards the black coffin. I quickly used the 9 eyes heaven realm, and before the water of the Styx swallowed me up, I teleported to the river suppressing beast. 26 golden dragons wrapped around the black coffin and then flew into the air with it. Immediately afterwards, the angry voice of the Styx ancestor came. Lusu, I didn't expect you to be so scheming. Have you recovered your memory a long time ago? I looked up at the black coffin and said, you are wrong. I just regained my memory, so it is impossible for you to deceive me. I will seal you again before you come out. Let you stay in this river of Styx forever. The voice of Patriarch Styx was almost crazy. You can trap me for a while. You can't trap me for a lifetime. As long as the water of the Styx does not dry up, I will live forever. I took a deep breath and said, you're right, I can't trap you forever, but I have the ability to kill you the next time we meet. So, you'd better stay here. I shouted, Feng. The 8-character mantra exudes dazzling Buddha light, and 26 golden dragons emit dragon roars. It is very simple to suppress the ancestor Styx again, that is to use the dragon energy in my body to turn into a golden dragon and suppress it with the dragon energy. If Patriarch Styx hadn't been sealed by me before, I'm afraid I would be in trouble now. Ancestor Styx roared crazily, if you want to strengthen the seal and let me stay here forever, then, you don't even want to live. As soon as he finished speaking, the river-suppressing divine beast at his feet began to sink. My heart trembled. As long as the river-suppressing divine beast sinks into the water, then I will have no place to stand on the huge Styx river. Once I sink deep into the Styx River, even if I have great abilities, I will not be able to escape. Sooner or later, the evil spirits in the river will tear me apart. My brain was running fast and I couldn't think of any good solutions for a while. Never mind. Taking one step at a time, I stretched out my hand into the beast's mouth and took out the water-suppressing beads. The moment I took out the water-suppressing beads, the water of the Styx was like a group of wild horses running wild. It started churning violently, and the river-suppressing divine beast fell rapidly. Soon, I fell into the Styx. At the same time, what kind of endless evil spirits rushed towards me? The number of evil spirits makes my scalp numb. What should we do? Sky Coffin. Author, Qing Nian Wanbao. Chapter 1390. Just when I was at a loss, I heard King Di's voice. Boy! Hold on tight. When the ancestor of Styx is finished sealing it, this stormy wave will naturally dissipate. I gritted my teeth and said, okay. I took a deep breath and called out the ghost sea, inky black, gathering on the surface of the Styx. Countless Yin soldiers and Yin generals emerged from the sea of ghosts. The Yin soldiers, General Yin, were wearing armor and holding long swords. I gave the order. Kill. As soon as he finished speaking, countless Yin soldiers and Yin generals started fighting. The ghost sea is essentially a sea, an existence separated from matter. Therefore, these Yin soldiers can also fight on the Styx. However, there are so many ghosts in the underworld that even if I use all my Yin soldiers, I can't compete with them. I don't know how long this river of death has existed and how many water ghosts have drowned here. Although the presence of Yin soldiers can relieve some pressure on me, it cannot completely stop these evil spirits in the water. No, several evil ghosts have already arrived in front of me. Seeing this, I could only use pure lotus to protect my body, because the dragon energy in my body was rapidly draining away. After all, if I wanted to seal the ancestor of Styx, I would not be able to do it without the support of dragon energy. In my current situation, it will take a certain amount of time to seal the Styx ancestor. Perhaps, before the ancestor Styx has sealed it, I can no longer hold on. Thinking of this, I gritted my teeth and unlocked a spiritual vein seal again. In an instant, monstrous dragon energy burst out from my body. I took a deep breath and was about to unlock the seal when I heard King Di's anxious voice ringing in my ears. You don't want your life. 4 spiritual veins are already your limit. If you try to unlock one, you may explode and die. I gritted my teeth and said, there is no other way. If I don't unlock a spiritual vein, I'm afraid I will die here. King Di let out a long sigh and said, forget it, I'll help you. As soon as I finished speaking, the figure of Qing Emperor appeared in front of me. He stood on the river Styx and attacked directly towards the evil ghosts. With King Di's help, there is no need for me to unlock the spiritual vein seal again. I placed my gaze on the black coffin entangled with golden dragons. My face froze, and 9 more golden dragons appeared out of thin air and attacked the black coffin. More than 30 golden dragons are wrapped around the black coffin. Lucio, do you think everything will be fine after sealing me? I tell you, it's impossible. This time, you will definitely die in the underworld. No one can save you. I ignored Patriarch Styx, and I had already made the worst plan for this trip to the underworld. No matter whether he is dead or alive, I will seal you now. Now, the entire Styx River is in chaos, and the pure lotus protects me from the entanglement of those evil spirits. However, the Styx River has become very turbulent at this moment, and I am like a small boat, fluttering in the wind and waves. I felt that the dragon energy in my body was rapidly passing away, my body's strength was also dissipating, and I felt dizzy before my eyes. If I seal the ancestor of the Styx today, I'm afraid it will be a disaster, because I have no way to leave this huge Styx, not even a small boat. Ancestor Styx was still threatening me with vicious words, but I ignored him and still released my dragon energy unscrupulously. Soon, the voice of the Styx ancestor gradually became smaller and finally disappeared. The black coffin suspended in mid-air also fell rapidly at this moment, hitting the water heavily, and then sank to the bottom at an extremely fast speed.